What up, bros? So, a lot of you guys have been asking me a ton of questions about the infinite sextant farming strategy. And you guys, let me just before I forget, and you guys have asked a million different questions, both in the Discord, in the comments, in Twitch streams. And I wanted to go over a couple of things and try to help you guys understand the way that I'm doing it and why results are how they are and what you could be doing right or what you could be doing wrong. Now, a lot of really cool, interesting things were figured out throughout the testing of this. And the main part, which I think a lot of people aren't understanding, is why harvest is so important and what this means that you can do. Now, we all know that I'm doing infinite winged scarabs, but you don't have to do winged scarabs. The point of the whole strategy is to showcase that if you follow the Atlas tree, you can change it to your liking. Looking at the screen now, we see that now I have expedition on here, which is really kind of cool, and we'll touch on that in a second. But I wanted to point out a few things. One, if you take the harvest nodes here, these will reduce the crop options for non-yellow plants, which is really, really, really strong and what we're aiming for, because we want to go infinite on our sextants, so we want as many yellow plants as possible. Yellow is also the most expensive plant, and it's the best crop to just farm in general. So if you're going to do an Atlas strategy that involves harvest and farming, you probably want to pick the yellow plant. Majority of the time, if there's a tier 3 seed and it's yellow versus blue or yellow versus red, I'm taking yellow every time. If there's one tier 3 seed and no tier 3 yellow seeds, I'm still taking yellow. But if there's 3 blue seeds and no yellow seeds, I'm taking blue. So use your best judgment and do your map accordingly. Also, I'd like to point out that this node here is really important. Life Force dropped by harvest monsters in your map have a chance to duplicate. This in combination with the Sextant, where is it? This in combination with this Sextant is really strong, as you can double. You just get a lot. Like, it just doubles a lot. And like it procs and then it doubles. So you get a lot of life force. Right? The doubling. And as long as you have the core basis down, I'm gonna watch this video again and be like, man, this man says a lot of doubling. As long as you have the core basis down, you can do essentially whatever you want, however you want with the rest of the Atlas tree. You can run your blights, you can do more blights, you can hang out with Cassie and do your blights, you can pretend that you're not doing your blights, but you're secretly doing your blights, you can do your expedition, you can do actually anything. And there's a lot of core points that you could take and just like move around. You can move all the strongbox nodes out, you can unblock different league mechanics, you don't have to take Shaping of the Skies. I've been taking that for a future project with involves Monster's Treasure, which that's all you're going to find out about that. And you can do a lot of things. You don't need Seance. So if you're not doing the winged or gilded strategy, you don't need Seance. And this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points that you can move. If you're not doing Expedition, you can move all these points. What I wanted to bring up is if you can't do the infinite sextant strategy for wing scarabs, I wanted to show you that Expedition is also really good. But before we get into Expedition, I wanted to talk about the map. I'm personally doing Crimson Temple. I like Crimson Temple a lot. I think it's really cool. I like the idea of chasing the Apothecary cards. Probably not the smartest play, but that's just me. You can do a lot of different maps. It doesn't matter what map you do, as long as the core concept of what you're doing remains the same. Get to the boss as fast as possible, kill the boss, backtrack, hit all the altars. We want to kill the boss as fast as possible because we want the altars to give us the quantity on our maps, quantity and rarity. Because through testing, it seems that quantity and rarity, or quantity and pack size, I should say, scale harvest and the amount of life force that you're going to get. So the more quantity on the map, the better off that you are. And I have a couple of examples that I can show you guys. Just pull it up on my screen. This is the Atlas tree. I'll be posting this in a link down below. But I did my first map and I had 229% quantity, 272 rarity, and 66% pack size. Now my pack size is a little low because at the time when I did this test, I wasn't able to VAAL my maps. So if you alch, chisel, VAAL, and corrupt all your maps, you'll have higher pack size. Alongside with using growing hordes, if you use gilded scarabs, you'll add a ton more pack size than what I was working with when I did this test. Now when I did this map, the results look like this. We got 3,532 yellow life force, 498 blue life force. That's a net profit. It cost us 2,500 life force to do it, the Sextant enchant, so we netted 1,000. On our next map, we had 132% quantity, 79 rarity, 73 pack size. More pack size, less quantity. And the results, unfortunately, showed us that we only got 1,600 life force. Now, if you look at the last map compared to this map, we had 3,500, now we have 1,600. So if we take that, that's 36 and 16 is 5, right? And it costs us 2,500 a map, so we sustained. We're great. We're even up a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. We go to the next map. We see 175 quant, 38% pack size. This map was bad. The pack size was just in the gutter. Nothing to show for it. And I did these on purpose so that I can test the different amounts of life force that we were getting to show you guys, because a lot of you guys are questioning that. Does it really matter? Does it affect it? What if I skip the quant alters? What if I skip the pack size? What if I use rusted? What if I did this? And what if I did that? Now, I did all of these with polished scarabs, so keep that in mind, that pack size could be higher. So with a low pack size, but a good size quantity, we only got 444 yellow and 178 red. It's pretty bad. These bad maps happen. It's part of the whole, process. Sometimes you get a 3,500, 4,000, 5,000. Sometimes you get a 400. It's all part of it. Now, this map might have been a wash in terms of yellow life force, but I still walked away with 3 scarabs, a DELI orb, a conqueror map, another red map, various little currencies, and I even got the harvest. I'm pretty sure that was a harvest memory. A bunch of Tujin currencies. Like, you can make up the loss in yellow life force on a bad map without losing too much profit, is my point. Now, the next map, 178 quantity, 169 rarity, 67% pack size, and we walked away, as you see, with 2,600 yellow life force. Starting to see the trend. More quantity, more pack size, more life force. Sometimes you will run bad. It does happen. But usually, once again, you run pretty good. This map, 244% quantity, 69% pack size, 3,300 life force, a logbook, standing tokens, the works. Now, let me just move this out of the way for a minute. What I want to talk to you about and what I want to share with you guys is I've adjusted the tree because I think Expedition adds a ton, and I mean an absolute ton of free value. Now, a lot of you guys might be saying, wait, whoa. What about Cassia? I'm going to say, yes, Cassia is love, Cassia is life. My girl, she my girl. But I know a lot of you guys like Expedition, and soon we'll be asking, have you run your logbooks? Because I got like 30 of them already. Now, I've altered my tree. You can copy it as you like. And like I said, if Expedition is not your jam, don't run your Expedition. But I'm running my maps with growing hordes, and we've seen in other content creators' videos that pack size is really good for a lot of mechanics, Expedition being one of them. In the current setup of the tree, I'm actually going to bring back this PLE planner for a minute. You can see that we have 48% chance to obtain Expedition. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's every other map is Expedition. Well, every other map. But it's pretty sweet. And now I've done a ton, and I mean a ton of Expedition. And I haven't been able to play this much this week because it's the holidays and I've got family stuff going on. But I just wanted to show you what my Expedition locker looks like. Currently, my Expedition locker looks like this. I've given away and run a total of 15 logbooks outside of all of this. I'm getting logbooks left over right. I'm getting reroll currencies left over right. I'm getting a ton of free stuff, and I haven't even really deep dived into it yet, like a lot of you guys. I still don't know how to properly do my logbooks. Twitch chat's been spending a lot of time teaching me about logbooks, and I just wanted to say that with this current setup, you can just incorporate Expedition. And Expedition's really good. And you can find a link to the tree down below in the description, and that'll walk you through what the new Atlas changes are that will allow you to do this. Now, I know some of you guys are saying, whoa, does anything change with the Sextants, and what do you do? And I found out about this late. I didn't know this one particular Sextant existed, and I'm going to bring attention to this. I found out that there is a Sextant that reads, your maps contain 100% increased number of runic monster markers, which is actually pretty nuts. Right now, at the time of recording, if I hit refresh on this, it's 65C. As you saw when I brought it over, it's going up. And this is pretty good. This is insane. I would buy these in uses of 4. I looked at uses of 16. It's a lot cheaper to buy in uses of 4. But because of the strategy that we're doing, and because we have infinite sextants, I would only buy a 4 use. And if I were to do this, again, and I couldn't afford the infinite scarab, especially with the prices of scarabs right now and everybody doing this, I would just swap out the Sextant for scarabs with this one right here. And then I would just go run my maps. I'd blitz my map boss. I'd go back. I'd hit all the altars. I'd hit quantity. I would do Expedition last, just like Harvest. Hit all the quantity altars, go back, do expedition and just profit out of your mind. I know a lot of you guys love logbooks. I know a lot of you guys like selling your logbooks. And if we look at my heist or expedition locker again, you'll see I only have, I have actual like 0 bad logbooks right now. These are all Black Sun Scythe and these are all Danning. So maybe I got lucky. I've never done a logbook that was going in a ROG, and I didn't give away logbooks that were going in a ROG. So, I mean, maybe, you know, knock on wood, I've been pretty fortunate. And I would say go do it and give it a shot. Now, expedition is not your jam, and you wanted to do, say, essences, take all the nodes out, put them in essences. If Blight's your jam or Ritual's your jam or anything, there are so many nodes, and it's so easy to just move everything around and do what you wanted to do. But I know a lot of people, and I've seen you guys in the Twitch channel while I'm offline trying to get the expedition update and ask questions about the expedition and figure it out. And I really, really, really like it a lot. And I think it's really good. And it might be a good way for you to build up some currency if you want to make your way to the wing sextant strategy. And I just want to reiterate on 1 or 2 more things before I go. Quantity, very, 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 very important to this strategy. Pack size, once again, very important. I'm setting up for stream today to do a test project to test some more things for you guys. And I've upgraded from polished scarabs up until this point to a bunch of gilded scarabs. So I'm going to be doing the same test again. I've got a bunch of different gilded scarabs. I've got a bunch of different sextants I'm going to be running. And I'm going to be trying out different combinations of different things so that we can find more affordable ways for you guys to do this strategy and benefit from it and be able to make that money to push your character to the next steps. I know I don't have Mage Blood yet. I still got a jank belt. I'm still looking for upgrades. So, yeah, man. I mean, why not? Why not find easier strategies and other things that are making everybody a ton of currency? And it's great, man. It's a lot of fun. Don't get disheartened if you have a bad map or 3 or 5 in a row. It happens to all of us. Just keep in mind that the good maps will outweigh the bad maps. And if you need to, sell your other life force, man. Like, in my current situation, I have 42,000 blue life force, 10,000 yellow, 1,600 red. My red is low because I use the red to reroll the infinite wings, or I use the red to reroll the wing sextants or wing scarabs, the scarabs that are usable. I'm also getting a bunch of like Ichor currencies that I've been using on my gear to try to get better rolls. And overall, it's been really profitable. I haven't been able to play, like I said, as much this week as I would like. But in the amount of time that I have played, I've made about 50 divines. I've reinvested the 50 divines into more maps, sextants for testing. I've helped a friend of mine get some gear together. I've upgraded my gear again. You know, you guys see the Oriat's End now, and it's been pretty good. I would really recommend trying the strategy. If you can't do it with scarabs, do it with expedition. Expedition's nuts. I'll be running my logbooks all weekend on stream and testing them out. And, you know, maybe we just have, you know, the little love triangle between expedition and Blight. I mean, Gwen's pretty sweet, man. I'll tell you, man. I don't know. But for now, I just wanted to bring that to you guys and just let you know that if you're not getting as much life force, just make sure that you're boss rushing. Make sure you're on the blue side. Make sure that you're hitting all the altars that say quantity, and hopefully things kick up. If you're still having a lot of issues and you want to ask a bunch of questions, feel free to leave comments down below in the section. I do my best to answer everybody. If you want to head over to the Twitch stream, I'll be live in a little bit. I'll be live, probably not on Christmas, but outside of that, regular scheduled broadcast. And the Discord's available. There's a link down below. We would love to have you and answer any of your questions. But for now, I'm gonna go prep to do this farming strategy on stream, and we'll see what happens. And if the results are really good, don't worry. I put a spreadsheet together. I know a lot of you guys are like, you know, like spreadsheet profit per hour kind of guys. I got a spreadsheet. I've already started filling it out. Total cost so far for 68 maps, 16 divines. But I'm putting in the numbers, the little formulas, little calculations. I'll test it. I'll do the work. I'll let you know. And then you guys can yell at me because it didn't work. Or you guys can thank me because it worked. I don't know. Whatever. But for now, I'm going to go get this video out to you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday if you're watching this during the holidays and your farming sessions go great. For now, have a wonderful evening. So long, farewell, good night, goodbye.